Morning. This is a video response to Mel's basket case. Hi there, Mel. This is a response to your video about fearlessness and where has your fearlessness gone. And I'm going to be telling a bit of a personal story here, so I don't want to embarrass you, but it's really about fear and about not exactly the overcoming of it, but just getting through it. You know, from my own experience, I couldn't offer any more information than that. But you know, many years ago, probably 25 years ago, something like that, I went through a period when I was so depressed, I can't tell you. Really, really depressed. There was lots of things going on in my life which were crap. I had a job which I hated and which was paid terribly. I'd kind of come detached from a bunch of friends that I kind of needed around me, which I didn't have around me anymore. Yeah, just lots of things like that. I was living in a place which was really horrible. Just not good at all, really, not good. And I was at my absolutely lowest ebb I've ever been at, really, in my entire life to date. And the thing that sticks out is that every single morning began the same for me. I was living in Lancashire at the time, in this little rented room. And every morning I would wake up, and before I even opened my eyes, I would think, shit, I'm still alive. Shit, I'm still alive. You know, I was just hoping, for a period of months it was, I was just hoping that one of these days, I would go to sleep and just not wake up. I never thought about committing suicide. I was never suicidal at all. But I just wanted the world to go away, you know what I mean? That's what I wanted. And each morning was just a horrible reawakening to the fact that the world was still there and I was still in it. And I had to keep walking through it. And the first move, because I was working, you know, and I had a job to go to and all that. And obviously I couldn't just lie in bed feeling sorry for myself. So I had to get out of bed. But just that action of getting the foot out of the bed was the hardest thing I could do at the time, and it still sticks as me one of the hardest things I can remember doing. You know, just getting that foot out of the bed took every ounce of courage and fortitude and commitment and faith or something, you know, that I had in me, really. You know, so I would do this. I would put the foot out and just trust that the floor was there. Trust that when my foot fell, the floor would arrive to catch it and would support me through another day. You know, and I'd find I would manage to get up, I'd manage to get myself in the shower, I would fall through the day, fall through work, one foot in front of the other down this slope towards bed at the end of that day. And then the next day would start the same, you know, with me not even opening my eyes, thinking, how am I going to get through this one? Terrible time, actually, thinking about it. But I don't want to try to paint a rosy picture of something that was genuinely horrible. But from my position now, I know that was really important for some reason, and I know that I needed to kind of go through that. And it's a lot of the resilience that I have now are due to that fact that I did manage to get through those few months. Because I feel completely courageous now. I don't want to sound like I'm arrogant bragging here, but I do feel kind of untouchable in many ways as a result of that. I do have a great deal of faith that when I put my foot over the side of the bed, the floor will rise to meet it, you know. And that kind of metaphor has sustained me in a lot of other times as well. I'd have no problem leaping, knowing that the net will at least hopefully arrive. And if it doesn't, it won't get any worse, you know. It won't get any worse. I know this is Job's comforter kind of language, isn't it? But that's kind of how I feel it. So yeah, I do feel like that. So but I'm not trying to, as I say, I'm not trying to say I'm really terribly brave now, because I don't think I am really. I think I was at my bravest when I was doing that. You know, the bravest thing I have ever done, not in terms of you know, saving someone's life, morning, or you know, anything in war, any of the real, hi there. You know, any of the real bravery that people do, but the real kind of personal overcoming of a difficult barrier. It's not for me. It's not, you know, taking my clothes off and making a video that the world can see. It's not, you know, making a commitment to a relationship. It's not, you know, doing something which is physically arduous and painful. You know, it's not giving something. It's none of that kind of stuff. The most difficult thing and the most courageous thing I feel I've ever done is get my foot and put it on the floor at the side of my bed in that little rented room in Lancashire. Anyway, thanks for your video. It reminded me of that, and I was strengthened by that reminder. Thanks.